Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this July the 22nd, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Saturday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Saturday afternoon. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about Tropical Storm Dawn. Also, we're going to take a look at Invest 95L. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location. And also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today, Sunday, and Monday. So I hope you stick around for the entire video and enjoy it as well. Also, if you enjoy my daily forecast content, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and you're in. I'm only 45 subscribers away. I need 45 more to subscribe to my channel, and I will be get to for many months. So if somebody out there could help me, I would greatly appreciate it. And let's go ahead and dive on into the forecast now, and let's get the show on the road here, folks. Alrighty, as you can see here, we're looking at Tropical Storm Dawn. Dawn looks pretty well organized this morning. He has winds of 65 miles per hour this afternoon. He looks pretty well, and you see that little center of rotation. Look like it even tried to become a little hurricane there over the north central tropical Atlantic. Cause it's got like a little eye wall there in the center of the storm there, but it kind of took it out there toward the end of the last frame there. But it did. See the way it's spinning? Looked kind of like a hurricane spinning in the tropical Atlantic. I think that's why he gained a little more strength overnight. To make it look like that this morning. All right, let's take a look at some information on Tropical Storm Dawn. Here we're going to take a look at the National Hurricane Center forecast cone for Tropical Storm Dawn. 11 a.m. currently. This is where it was at 11 a.m. By 8 a.m. Sunday morning, it should be here, still a tropical storm. Then it's going to be a post-tropical storm by 8 p.m. Sunday, and then a post-tropical depression by by Monday. So we can say goodbye, Dawn. If you are tracking it at home, here's the current location: 39.1 north, 50.1 west. Maximum sustained wind, like I said, was 65 miles per hour with higher gusts, and movement was to the north at 13 miles per hour. This, like I said, this is classified as a tropical storm with winds of 39 to 73 miles per hour. Can it gain a little more strength over the next little while? It could, but the intensity should start weakening, and that's why we're expecting it to weaken back down to a tropical, just a remnant low pressure coming up in the coming days. Well, at least by tomorrow, Monday anyway, it should be bye-bye Dawn. So, all right, here's the current intensity guidance. Right now, current wind speed is 50 knots, but like I said, the wind speed is 65 miles per hour with higher gusts. There's the intensity, takes it up just a little bit over the next 12 hours. Do increase it just a little bit, and then it drops it significantly during the next 48 to 72 hours. And then by 60 to 72 hours and beyond, it's down to a tropical depression. And like I say, will be bye-bye Dawn. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at 95L. This will be our next system. I do believe this will become Tropical Storm Emily early next, sometime around mid next week, early to mid next week. The system starting to get a little bit better organized. The system currently over here looked good earlier this morning, but this afternoon looks like it's kind of weakening a little bit. It's drier, it's trying to punch into the system. But I do believe the National Hurricane Center got it at a 70% chance for becoming a tropical depression within the next 7 days, and also right now it's sitting at 50% over the next. So that's why we're pretty confident sometime early to mid next week. All right, let's take a look at the We're going to take a look at the Spaghetti-O computer models here from the National Hurricane Center. Here's the current position here. It takes us straight toward the Leeward Islands, mainly toward the southern Leeward Islands this time. Most of the models are in a good agreement, taking the system straight to the west. So if you're in these islands here, from like Barbados and all the way down to Trinidad and maybe over toward Jamaica, Puerto Rico, you need to keep a close eye on this system as it continues to progress to the west and enter the Caribbean Sea sometime within the next, I figure maybe around Tuesday to Thursday time frame. It should be moving in toward the in that general vicinity of the islands, and also moving into the Caribbean Sea sometime in that frame. I'm still expecting this system, maybe if it current position right now, it may make a run for the Gulf of Mexico. So anybody in the United States from even eastern Mexico, also along the Gulf Coast states of the United States, also over in toward the Yucatan Peninsula, also over toward Colombia and Honduras areas. Y'all need to be on the lookout too, because if the system goes west, it could go into y'all's vicinity. If it takes more of a turn through between the Yucatan and Cuba, it can move into the Gulf of Mexico. Most of the computer models now do look like it may take it into the Gulf of Mexico later on down the road. So I'm just giving everybody a heads up. Like I say, if it do affect the United States, it will be sometime probably within the next 2 weeks, week or week and a half, before it reaches the United States. So just want to let everybody know that, just in case if they do decide to take an run for the United States as well. All right, let's take a look at the intensity guidance of this storm. You can see right now it ain't got about 25 knot winds. That would be probably about 30 miles per hour wind gusts, maybe. That's why they classify it right now as an Invest 95L. But if it gets up very close to 35 miles an hour, then it's going to become a tropical depression. So that's what they're going to keep an eye on and see how this thing going to play out. According to this, most of the models here keeps it then to a tropical depression. There's some of the models now are pushing it into the tropical storm category. So that's why I'm pretty confident. I'm getting pretty confident that this storm will become a tropical depression and become Tropical Storm Emily in the coming days. So, all right. Well, that's your tropical update. Now let's take a look at the weather map across the nation, over eastern Tennessee, western North Carolina. Also down here in portions of Georgia, also in Alabama, got some showers and storms. Also down into portions of the Gulf of Mexico as well. Some starting to develop in western North Carolina, also upstate South Carolina as well. Some scattered activity over portions of Missouri. We got more widespread showers and storms up here in the southern Canada area and over toward Minnesota. Also over here in portions of South Dakota as well. I also got a little bit down here in portions of the Pacific Ocean and also down toward the Gulf of California region as well. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location across the nation. I had to use a different radar. The other radar seemed like it's down or something, so I had to use a different radar. So that's why I didn't get a chance to get to Alaska, Guam, Puerto Rico, or the other islands as well, because the computer, the weather radar or something down on that website must be, and I can't use it now. I'll keep a check on it. As soon as it comes back up, I'll get it back. I'll get the radar view for you guys as well in the other vicinities. All right. As you can see, we got severe thunderstorm watches, severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing down here in portions of Georgia, the Florida Panhandle, northern Florida there as well, and southern Alabama. We still got heated advisories for much of Florida, southern Mississippi, also over here in central and southern Louisiana, southeast Texas. Excessive heat warning is also in effect there for southeast Texas. Severe thunderstorm watch is also in effect for southern Mississippi there as well. River flood warning is still in effect for northern Louisiana, northeastern portion of South Dakota. Also, heat advisory is also in effect for eastern portion of Montana, Oregon, much of Nevada, central and western portion of Utah, northern California, central California as well. We got some fire weathers and also red flag warnings in effect for Washington State, and also in the northern Idaho. Air quality alert for southwestern portion of Oregon, also northern portion of Colorado. Some flood watches in effect for portion of New Mexico. Got them excessive heat warnings also in effect for western southern portion of Arizona, southern California, southern Nevada, and northwestern portions of Utah as well. All right, central Alaska, central and eastern Alaska got some special weather statement. Southern portion of Hawaii and Chain Island got some gale warnings for you guys. North side looks a-okay. All right. Now let's take a look at the Storm Prediction Center. This is your forecast for today. We got general thunderstorm pretty much just over Maine. Also over here toward Outer Banks, North Carolina, through ports of South Carolina, back to Texas, back to Arizona, over here to Nevada and Utah, also up to Montana, North and South Dakota, ports of Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan as well. Marginal risk through Minnesota, all the way back down into Texas and New Mexico, also over Arizona. Also here, marginal risk over here in eastern Texas, all the way through South Carolina and eastern North Carolina, into northern Florida. Slight risk over here in portions of Kansas and Nebraska, also in Louisiana to southern Georgia. All right, the tornado probability, less than 2% all areas. Let me in the category, and if you're in the slight risk area, this includes Jacksonville, Florida, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Mobile, Alabama, Tallahassee, Florida, Lafayette, Louisiana. If you're in the marginal risk, you're in the Phoenix, Arizona, Tuscaloosa, Arizona, Kansas City, Missouri, New Orleans, Louisiana, and Mesa, Arizona. That is a marginal risk for you guys for today. All right, we then took a look at tornado probability, less than 2%. Let's take a look at the wind probability across the nation. We have 5% in the brown, 15% in the yellow. Pretty much same areas, 15%, including Jacksonville, Florida, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 15% risk. If you live in Phoenix, Arizona, Tucson, Arizona, Kansas City, Missouri, New Orleans, can't even say it. New Orleans, Louisiana, Mesa, Arizona, 5% risk for damaging winds. Hail probability, 5% in the brown, 15% in the yellow. The significant area for large hail. This includes Garden City, Kansas, and Hayes, Kansas, and surrounding areas. If you live in Salina, Kansas, Manhattan, Kansas, Garden City, Kansas, Dodge City, Kansas, Hastings, Nebraska, 15% risk. If you live in Jacksonville, Florida, New Orleans, Louisiana, Omaha, Nebraska, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Wichita, Kansas, 5% risk for large hail. Let's take a look at day 2. Should be just here. So, yeah, here it is. Yeah, they did add a marginal risk now over here in portion of Arizona. But anyway, there's the general thunderstorm from portion of New York State down to the Florida Keys, back to Texas, back to Minnesota, and also North Dakota. Also, we're in portion of Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming. Also here in Utah, Colorado, down in New Mexico and Arizona, and also Southern California. There's that marginal risk that they finally did add, that I was predicting that they would add it to it for Sunday. They did. A little small area. I would not be surprised. Maybe somewhere over here too as well in the maybe the southeast or mid-Atlantic region, or the portions of the upper Ohio River Valley may have to add a marginal risk there as well. But anyway, if you live in Phoenix, Arizona, Tuscaloosa, Arizona, Mesa, Arizona, Glendale, Arizona, Chandler, Arizona, marginal risk for severe weather, tornado, less than 2% all area, winds 5%, same areas I called out from Phoenix, Arizona to Chandler, Arizona, surrounding areas, hail, no risk for large hail at this time in that region. Let's take a look at day 3. Alright, we still got general thunderstorm from New York State all the way down to the Florida Keys, back over southeast Texas, Louisiana, all the way back up to Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan. Also over here in the Midwest, and in the Plains region, from Arizona all the way to Montana. Excuse me. And also we got a marginal risk up here in portions of Minnesota, Wisconsin, portions of Illinois, much of Iowa as well. And if you live in Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota, Madison, Wisconsin, Delmar, Iowa, and Rockford, Illinois, marginal risk for severe weather on your Monday. Probability 5%. Same area, Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota, Madison, Wisconsin, Delmar, Iowa, and Rockford, Illinois, and surrounding areas. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well. Consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos. And we'll catch you back in the next video. And have a great Saturday, everyone.